The people sat there, staring at the charts. The mystery of Bitcoin still unsolved. They all looked, going green, going red. Is it gonna go up? Is it gonna go down? The mystery is unsolved, but the story goes on, 'cause this here is the Crypto Challenge.
Hello again, crypto guys and gals. It's time for day 51 of the 6-month Crypto Challenge. I hope you all enjoyed that lovely little techno monologue from the text there. I know I did. Nice little birthday gift for me. I really had nothing to rehearse today because I couldn't wait to get out of work. So without further ado, it's Mr. Techie.
Hello, good evening, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this beautiful, marvelous day of great magnitude in various markets, I must say. Hello, welcome, good evening. Yeah, it was some weird, cool music that just happened to be playing, and I thought, hell, well, you know, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. When you get a cool track, you got to do a cool voiceover. So welcome everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Right, let's get down to business. Why not? You know, that's why we're kind of here. I have to be completely honest with you guys. I haven't looked at Bitcoin for the majority of the day. I was out. And then I took the occasional glance at Bitcoin, and I saw the drop, and I saw the pump, and I saw the sideways movement, and I saw quite a few things, and I was just like, meh. And actually, that was going to be the name of the stream today. It was going to be Bitcoin is so meh. Happy birthday, Crypto Romeo. Thank you for the great introduction. We will have to celebrate your birthday when we finally meet up at some point in the future. God knows when that will be. Hopefully we'll be after a good bull run in the market for a few months. So guys, it's really odd. It's really odd me being in this position. On the one hand, I feel guilty. This is one of those streams, guys, where I'm going to be honest with you. I chose to do it on a Friday night because I know there's not really going to be that many people watching. And a few people will watch on the catch-up, so then that's fine for them. I feel a little bit guilty because I am playing it super cautious. I am playing it super safe. I'm not trading. I'm chilling. I'm just watching the charts do what they're going to do. And that's fine for me. But for a lot of you guys, you're awaiting something, and the challenge, in a way, has kind of looks like it's slowed down to a snail's pace. And yes, there's lessons and stuff that could come, but giving the lessons without there being an opportunity for you guys to use them and utilize them and stuff. For me, I know it's counterintuitive. The best way that a mind or a brain remembers something is by doing it. And if you guys have to wait a couple of weeks or a couple of months before you can actually go in and do the lessons, you're gonna forget a lot of the stuff. And then it's, you know, and then it's like, well, why didn't we just wait? So I was thinking a lot today. I was out at a client site. And there were a lot of periods of times where I was waiting for a system to do something for like 10 minutes, and it's like, why won't you come on, hurry up? And during those times I did some kind of reflection, I guess would be the new the new word that everybody is in a reflection. You gotta release. And so I thought I'll explain to you guys today why I believe Bitcoin is still going down. And then we're going to talk and we're going to have a discussion, you and I. we're going to have a discussion about the challenge. And I want to get your opinions, and I want to get your ideas, and we're going to discuss what we should do in terms of content for the challenge from now on. Because there's no point in me doing something that you guys don't really want, and then there's no point in you guys wanting something that I can't really deliver. So long as we then align and we find the common grounds and we focus on those, then it's a win-win for everyone. Okay. Again, guys, this is all, you know, with all the stuff, voting in the server and stuff, it's all done as a community effort. You know, I believe that you guys should have the right as well, you know, to make sure that everybody is part of the decision, everybody is part of everything. So we're going to discuss these things, and we're going to, yeah, and we're gonna try and get things a little bit back on track. So first of all, I'm going to cover why I believe Bitcoin is still going down. You guys know that I have been working on a crazy, insane theory, and I've started to write down. I've started to write down quite a bit about it, and the more I write down, the more I notice more patterns, and the more I notice more patterns, the more things become apparent to me. And just like how yesterday when we started off the stream, guys, and I kind of rewinded back to another time, and I was like, oh, what's wrong with the stream? Oh, blah, blah. And Nyquist, I believe, was Nyquist, isn't it, who won the prize? I was going to do the same thing, because there's a pattern which I saw, and it looks similar, and I don't like it when things look similar on the charts. I don't like it when patterns come out the same. It stinks to me. It really does stink. And yeah, should do a Crypto Romeo inspired happy. Oh God, don't make me sing happy birthday, please. Don't make me sing happy birthday, guys. So essentially, what did I see? I saw, and you guys have seen me do these a few times. Yeah, well, those of you who maybe, you know, you see my secret TA or whatever it is, you have seen me do these things a few times. Essentially, what we're looking at right now is, let's look at this section here. Okay, and so if you have a look at this, what's inside of this square here, and if you were to go and repeat it once more at this section here, so kind of just look at the pattern for now, okay, and then we're going to talk about why I believe this is significant. So we had a drop, we had a bit of fumbling around, we had a beautiful M, and then we had another drop, we had a bottom, and we had a climb. Okay, this is a certain pattern. You'll find it repeating all throughout crypto history. But to me, one major thing is the amount of growth. The amount of growth that we are having now versus before is significantly less. i.e., the power and the momentum of the bulls is significantly reduced compared to just a week ago. That to me is sign number one. Okay. Let's delete that. Let's delete this. What else is another sign? Over here, we had some beautiful, look at all these big greens that happened, okay? We had quite a few beautiful growth spurts, all right, that started to really kind of push the market. Now, as part of my corrective wave theory, okay, oh, sorry, I had to rename it. Somebody kept on telling me, Techie, there's something in Elliott Wave called corrective wave theory. So now it's called the Techie wave correction theory. It's a little bit different. One thing that I did notice is that the major manipulations within the market generally happen within the time frame of about 20 minutes. 20 minutes generally is the size of the manipulation candles, whether it's a pump or a dump. Okay, if I come up to 18 minutes, and I did this a few days ago. I was going 18 minutes, 19 minutes, 20 minutes, 21 minutes. And I was going through all the minutes just trying to find the good thing. I'm gonna do my wave correction theory, and so let's put on that spooky music in the background again. Just while I do it, you guys can watch what I'm doing, and then afterwards I'll explain what it was. Okay. They're getting tired of futures manipulation, and everyone margin trading BTC to death. Eventually, alts will move without Bitcoin. That's an interesting comment, Mitchell. Yes, they have all been following Bitcoin. To be frank, there's too many alts which look identical to what Bitcoin looks like. So give me a couple of minutes, and then we can go through and we can do this. Okay. We gotta have the creepy music. I've got to need to zoom in. Oh baby, smooth. All right, so essentially what I'm doing now is I'm just going to come down. Oops. And I'm going to be correcting the trend according to the rules that I have. So that was up there, 8297. There. Okay, and then we have the second bad boy up here. This one could be a simple AB. These are not Elliott waves, guys. I'm just using the Elliott waves because then they can give me good markers and good points that I can then just drag down a bunch of lines at the same time. Thank you, Windows, for telling me you can't install updates. Of course you can't. I blocked your damn updates. Now get out of my hair. Okay, and then we're gonna, this one's gonna be the difficult one. I'm not doing it super accurate, guys. I am just right now. Could have actually just been an ABC. That one came down, so we could be looking at that. Okay. So I've just essentially quickly gone through and corrected this one here, okay, which essentially even can just bring us back down. Even if this guy still had a bit of growth and continued up to there, wouldn't have been a false break, and we had a little bit more wiggle room with the upper trend line here. Could have moved down a lot tighter and presented us with false breaks rather than it actually being the way that it was. We then broke down out of this channel. I'm just dragging this across. Oh, the song ended. Alright, doesn't matter. We then broke down out of that channel. Now, today, there was a similar pattern which emerged. Okay, it wasn't that great, it wasn't that humongous, it wasn't that big. But essentially when we had a flag here, okay, we had a beautiful pump here. This here ended up triggering, it went into my criteria over here. I will be sharing the criteria and stuff once I've just refined everything significantly more. This here should have been a wave correction down to here, which would have then completed the flag where we didn't quite, we had a false break of the flag that we had presented here. Coming across beautifully, whatever flag that we had. Really rough lines, guys. She's pumping now. Is she? Is she alive? Okay, she's alive. Not quite. I'll tell you why not quite. We'll go into that once she's completed her move. Alright, so we came down, we had a flag, we failed to break the flag, and then we had this massive movement up here. Now, this movement here, I am not classing it as part of manipulation. Okay, I've checked out the facts, I've checked out all of the numbers. However, we had a beautiful challenge coming down, channel. We had a beautiful channel coming down from approximately here Actually, there's a new tool. Well, I won't use it. Sorry, we can use it another time. Where was the line that I had earlier? I do not remember, sir. Oh yes, of course. If we come in a little bit tighter here, and zoop. All right, so we had a wedge earlier. We technically broke out of the wedge, but again, the momentum and the level that we had with the push out of this wedge, when I checked up on manipulation based stuff, wasn't quite enough in terms of growth per percentage per volume. That's my current way of calculating the manipulation over a time period. It wasn't quite enough to be classified as manipulation. However, what did interest me significantly, and why I still believe that we are going down, is the levels of resistance that Bitcoin has been meeting all day today. Okay, we had up here, we had, now let me change this from pink, let's just make it green just so that it sticks out a little bit more, or red technically, resistance. There we go. So we had a nice level of resistance here. Once Bitcoin dropped and we had this pump, okay, that failed, we had it over there. That there was a level of resistance. We are now back up here again, which is why I said let Bitcoin complete her maneuver. Okay, we had a bit of resistance. I'm just checking on another chart at a different time frame. Let me go back to 15-minute, just that. Then yeah, there we go. That was more like it. We had another level of resistance here, which is again a historic level of resistance. You can see that we tested it here. We broke through, failed to break, and reversed back down here. Came back up, didn't quite wick it, came back up here, came back up here. Essentially, the levels of resistance are moving lower and lower, and they are getting stronger and stronger, and the bulls are getting weaker and weaker. So here's 1, 2, 3. We broke through, broke above, we destroyed it, whatever it is, came back down, we're dancing around, used it as support. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, broke down, resistance. Okay. I quickly did this earlier, guys. I did this very quickly earlier. Okay, again, I haven't really been looking at Bitcoin, but there were just so many things to me that just said, yeah, you know what, the level of resistance is moving down, and every time it moves down, the bulls go back, and they try to test it again, and then we fail. And sometimes we get above for a very short amount of time, and then we come back down again. I know there's a lot of Elliott Wave people out there who are probably looking at this and laughing. I'm not a TA guy. I do very basic TA. I do my trend lines, but I do recognize insane patterns. Sometimes it's a little bit scary, especially when you see your own name spelt out by Bitcoin in hieroglyphs. You know, it drives you a little bit crazy. But I believe the correct channel that we had was this one here, without this massive pump up, which looked like we broke. And so in actual fact, we didn't technically, if you reduce the manipulation, we didn't quite reach these levels here. This trend line ended up being significantly lower to about, I think it was 8,750 or 8,850. I can't remember off the top of my head. And now we are heading back down. You can also look at various points in the past where we were having these descents. Let me come back like this. There we go. We were having lots of points of descents. I'm zooming out, guys, so you can see this for scale. This is where we are, and if I hide all of the drawing tools, it should make things potentially a little bit clear. Hide all drawing. There we go. Previously, when we were dropping, we were having massive gains, massive jumps up. You guys can see it here, okay? Technically, we were dropping from the 5th of March, okay? We have been dropping since the 5th of March, and in fact, many people actually had their channels drawn. Let me go up to a higher time scale, might just make things easier. There we go. So there's the 5th of March. We had yeah, no, that's not the one I want, techie, come on. It's amazing, when you want it you can't find it, when you don't want it it's there in front of you. Parallel channel. I'm trying to mess around with this tool now. If we go like that, there we go. I saw Silicone using that. I kind of had to research it. we had a massive downward channel. We had a lot of major pumps. We had a lot of stuff. Now, if I hide everything, guys, look at how insignificant this is. If we are actually genuinely starting, if we did genuinely have a trend change up here in the corrected channel, and we are genuinely going back down, that there is nothing. That there is a sneeze by Bitcoin on its way down. Now. Hold on. Does that mean Techie is just going completely bearish and he doesn't give a fuck about anything? No, it doesn't. I am still aware, and I am still watching, and I am still checking out and seeing, are we continuing up? Did we, in actual fact, despite that massive, oops, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Despite that massive pump, are we in actual fact, you know what? Remove everything. There we go. Beautiful. Nice and clean now. If we did correct that channel up there, are we in actual fact just having a minor little correction or an Elliott wave corrective theory? If we had an ABC here, sorry, if we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, are we now having an ABC here? And are we potentially still going to then have a second channel which starts from here going up like that? That is possible. That is, of course, possible. But look at the grand scheme of things, guys. Okay, look at the grander scheme of things. This here was a significant drop. Okay, and here's 6K. This is 6K, just so you guys have a time reference of how much time is within this. We had a significant drop, and along that way we had bigger rises for longer periods of time than we've had in the last few days. And if you kind of look historically at when we were dropping, okay, there's Mr. ATH, there's Mr. all-time high, and here's 6K. And we had periods of dropping hard, coming back up, moving sideways, little weird pumps and stuff, dropping hard, moving sideways, dropping sideways, and then continuing on the massive crash. For me personally, I am waiting right now. I'm going to start to look a little bit more. I'm just finishing off a project for a client, which will then allow me to have more time to start to look at Bitcoin all over again, a little bit more actively. When that happens, I can start to actually look a little bit closer and see how things are going. What I believe we have had in this section here, what I actually technically believe we have had is just this. This is what we had. This section here, yeah, zip, that section there was equivalent to our section here. Okay, that's what I believe that we had. That's what I believe that we were doing. That's what I believe that the pattern that we are repeating right now. And yeah, this is all. That's why I'm still bearish. If there is a possibility, of course, I could be completely wrong. I have no doubt about it. You know, and that's one of the things, guys. You can never be absolutely certain. Again, I'm not a TA guy. I do TA, but I'm more the kind of guy who sees patterns and sees weird things in charts and goes, huh, I wonder. And yeah, so this is why I am still very, very bearish. And I am bearish. I have to tell you guys. I am very, very bearish. So this here, to me, it doesn't look good. Does that mean that there's no money to be made in the meantime? No, of course there's money to be made in the meantime, guys. But you just got to cover your ass. Yesterday we told you guys about putting in the alerts. Yep, we told you guys about putting in the alerts, and I can't remember. I don't know why right now. Oh. Yeah, we should have put that as once per bar instead of once. You know. So, ooh, a little bit of visual with the, oh wow, dude, you did it. There we go. Haha, perfect. Yeah, so essentially you can see now how tight the channel would have been if it had all been corrected. You can see how much tighter and cleaner that would have been compared to if it was here. We want to go to 15-minute compared to that craziness there, which of course then throws out the count of a lot of things. If it's a tighter thing, you could see the break earlier. Anyway, the theory is still a work in progress. It's not ready to be completely published yet. I've noticed some issues with it, but yeah. So this is why I'm still bearish on Bitcoin. I actually haven't had a look today, so let's have a look. 2 coins 1 cup, our very own 2C1C, posted this chart earlier. Oh, that's about ICX. Okay. He posted a coin. Go check it out. Give him a bit of support, guys. My favorite guy, Magic Poop Cannon. He posted an update to his... yeah, I will go through. I'll check out the questions, guys. Give me a little while, please. Magic Poop Cannon MPC. He posted this chart earlier. I like reading up on his stuff. He said Bitcoin is now above the 20 and 50 EMA, but still below the 786. If we can close above all three, that would be a good sign. Yeah, go through and read this, guys. You know I follow him. There's quite a few other people I follow. Let's see, did anyone else? Again, guys, I haven't checked out the charts today, so no one else that I'm following right now has done a significant update to Bitcoin. So let me go through questions very quickly. Or no, I'm not going to go through too quickly, but yeah, let's just go through. Feeling a little bit bearish, to be honest, especially with mining. Sold my rig today on eBay. Make more day trading than it was. Congratulations, dude. Question, Techie, can we have some in-depth lessons on BitMEX? Not to advise people to leverage, just to show people how to do it. For example, how to scalp using small margins, 5 times, etc. I've seen how-tos, but they never go in depth about the fees and exactly how it works. I'm working on it, guys. I am working on it, guys. How to look at and interpret. Oop, I just scrolled somewhere. Okay, I'm just going to enlarge this because it's too tiny on my monitor to read. For example, just simply opening a closing position. How to assess your fees profit. If you close your position, do you receive profit immediately? I'm interested in small margins. Not exactly sure how it works. Null said how to look at and interpret all the information would be a nice starter video for me. All I see is a Christmas tree with 1,000 pretty lights. Techie, I asked this question previously. The context seems more relevant now than before. Should I buy into alt even if I am bearish on BTC, or should I wait for cheap BTC first? Yeah, alts are very low and a lot of alts are moving. Guys. It's a risk, okay? It's a risk. You gotta choose your appetite for risk. The phrase appetite for risk is an actual it's an actual term. It's an actual it's not something I've made up. It exists. What is your appetite for risk? How hungry are you? How much risk are you willing to take? For me personally, because I realized, you know what, it's a good opportunity for me to go on, do a bunch of other stuff, not worry about shit, not care about anything, not have to sit here, you know, chart watching all the time. I decided, you know what, I'm just going to take a trading break, and that's what I'm going to do. And for me, it's been perfectly happy. It's been absolutely perfectly fine for me not to trade, despite the fact that trading is technically my only source of income. Just by chance, I have a client right now who requires some work done, so I'm like, that's obviously nothing near what I can make day trading, but you know what, it's okay. It gives me a distraction. If you feel that you want to enter into a position and you have calculated the risks and you are prepared that you could enter into the position and Bitcoin could make a move and you could be down 20, 30, 40%. No, not quite 40%, but you could be down up to 30% if Bitcoin makes a major move, and then therefore the alt will follow. If you are prepared to take that risk, then by all means, go out and trade. In fact, you know, I fully support it. I've even told you guys how to put the alerts to make sure then that you stay on top of things, how to make sure that you are okay, how to make sure that you are in a good position and that you won't get caught out. Which alt? I genuinely do not know. I haven't been watching. I apologize for this, you know, but it's, if I start watching all the alts, I get tempted to trade, and then I'm just going to be like trading, and yeah, I can trade and make some wins and some losses and whatever it is. But you know what? Trading isn't always about trading. That's one thing I learned many years ago when I was doing Forex. There were some days where it'd be 2 or 3 days where we haven't made a single trade. Or we haven't made a single trade. That's a bit of a lie. But there would be long periods of time where we haven't made a trade. Where there's just there's just no major opportunity, and there's a lot of risk going on. I remember at the time there was the G8, I believe. I think it's the G8. The G8. Is it G8? There was a major conference between the global superpowers, whatever shit it is. And in the run up to that, the markets were pretty stable, and we were just like, let's just wait and see. But so actually learning how to not trade is fine. But if you genuinely believe that you could, you know, have a very good opportunity and you could reach something very, very good, go forth and trade. Okay, I told you guys that. Go forth and trade. I just personally, for me, since I've got my own personal money in here and I gotta do the research on the coins and stuff, for me it's just been like meh. Photoshop techie in a bear suit, please. That would be funny. The last BTC movement 1 year ago. Let me open this up. Paul X posted this on the Discord server. If you're not on the Discord server, where are you? Let's have a look here. Oh, okay, I see what this is. Yeah, okay. I see what this is. There's a lot of people who follow the premise of every single year there's a repeat of the patterns, okay? Around the same time frames, around the same periods. Bitcoin likes to repeat stuff. However, if you were to go to that, it had a major dip on the kind of the 26th of March. It's that damn date again, isn't it? The 26th of March. It had a major dip on the 26th of March. I don't really like these kind of patterns, to be completely honest. There are some things that happen on an annual basis, because Bitcoin and crypto is not completely independent from other markets, and these patterns exist in other markets as well. Certain times of the year or certain periods of the year, then these patterns do emerge. There's some similarities. However, if you look again here, we had around that looks like the, if you want to follow this, around the, I'm going to call that the 18th of March. Okay, we had this major drop here, and that's the 22nd. That there would be the 17th. So again here, 18th of March. That there is about the 18th of March. And if you go up, you see that's where we had our dip. So if you want to follow this, we're still going to have a bigger dip than what we had. Okay, so yeah, you know, you gotta just appreciate these things and not take them as an actual guideline, because yeah, it makes a major difference in how you will kind of look at things and how you can interpret them. There's a lot of stuff, guys, happening in the other markets. Let's see how the Dow is today. The Dow is down again, 425 points. That's worrying to me. The Dow has been going down. Let's go on the monthly. Yeah, look at this. The Dow has been. It's been going down for a while. Even if we just take from this peak here, 9th of March, it's going down a lot. Look at how we dropped here. Okay, when the Dow dropped. Surprise, surprise, what's the date here? 5th, 6th. One day later, we had the Bitcoin major drop, or one day before, around that time, whatever it may be. Yeah, so we've also had a lot of FUD today about Mr. Trump. I did not say Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump. A lot of people in a lot of markets are really really worried right now. Let's check how the FTSE's doing. 3.4% weekly slide. Wow. Okay. Let's check the Nikkei. All right, Nikkei. I'm going to Bloom. Oh my God, it's down. It's down 970. It's down 970. Look, guys, this isn't Bitcoin, but you guys can kind of see some things happening in various places. Okay. I'm gonna say I don't know whether Greyland is here. I don't know whether Greyland watches us live anymore, even if he watches anymore. But I know Greyland is a big fan of the markets, and he's invested in some other stuff as well. And let me bring the mic a bit closer. There we go. So it doesn't look too good in a lot of other markets. And as I mentioned to you guys before, I believe that then either investors will come into crypto or they won't come into crypto. But just play it day by day, guys. You know, if I finish off this contract, which I should be finishing off tomorrow. I know tomorrow's a Saturday, but I had already agreed to go in before I realized what day of the week it was. If I do finish this contract tomorrow, then potentially starting from next week, I might start to look at potential opportunities for us to buy into alts with the crypto challenge money. God, the stream's already been going on right now for quite a while. I forgot what else I was going to say. However, I am still expecting bearish right now. Genuinely, I'm still expecting it to be bearish. So I'm not going to do anything this weekend. There's usually a bit of action on the weekend, so I'm going to be interesting to watch and just see how it plays out. Last weekend, of course, we had our... come on. Okay, my clock doesn't want to open now. There we go. Last weekend, 17th and 18th, we had this major pump here on the Sunday night. This here's the 17th. We can see we still had a bit of down and then the pump. So we'll see what major action we get this week here, and then yeah, and then we can decide in the coming week what actions we're going to take. Again, guys, I said if we continue in a bear market for a while, then we will potentially introduce at least shorting on BitMEX. But we're not going to go into insane stuff. We're not going to go crazy with the stuff there. Some cool pictures that came up. This one here, maybe not so much. I don't know how I feel about that one. It's funny, but okay. This one here, yeah. This one here looks a little bit... I might actually go then and get a massive bear onesie or whatever. A fluffy blanket, and then I can use that when I trade in the bearish markets. I think that'll be quite cool. Keep me warm in these cold winters. But yeah. Thanks for making the pictures, guys. I'll have to add that to the techie meme folder. I have a folder of meme stuff that people have done. Question. Maybe can we just start to create an alt watch list? Yeah, but... this would have been on my watch list. Okay? And we can see that even after Bitcoin was kind of recovering for a while, this coin has been going wild. To me, this coin is too wild right now. EOS would have also been on the watch list, and even though there was bad news about it, it still kind of, you know, it still kind of went a little bit apeshit, and I don't trust it right now. Yeah, look at the dates. Wait, what? Oh, okay. All right, I missed something. I thought I saw another question. Yeah, we may potentially. That's why I'm going to monitor, guys. Again, I'm not trading every day. I'm not trading all day long. I'm still quite a bit busy. I got to finish off this project for a client. And then when I come back, I'm going to analyze and see which coins that were previously on my watch list, how they've been acting, how they have been reacting to Bitcoin, and then we can start to keep maybe a closer eye on them. And maybe we'll go in for some swings and for some stuff like that. But yeah. All right. So what is the plan moving forward, guys? It's going to be an interesting thing. When we started the crypto challenge, okay? When we started the crypto challenge, we had a lot of people watching. We had a lot of people on the server active. We had a lot of things, but more importantly, we had 10 traders. We obviously don't have 10 traders right now. And I appreciate that a lot of people are busy with other stuff, or a lot of people are still hanging around waiting to see what they can and can't do. We wanted to do approximately 2 hours per day worth of trading. We tried just doing all the trading and research and stuff during the stream. Didn't quite work out. We ended up kind of cutting our own legs off, especially in the bear market. The decision was made that we need to change strategy, and that's fine. But essentially, right now, there's a major question regarding the streams, the timing of the streams, and the content. And so this is where I want you guys to come in and to put in your comments, and to put in, you know, tell me your thoughts, share your thoughts, so that then we can make a decision on a few points in the coming few days. So yeah, the Boulder Bomb saying it hasn't made for more than a week. Yeah, it hasn't made anything for more than a week. Jonathan saying, just wanted to say I spent the day scalping and it was pretty cool to see how reliable the Bollinger is for the 3 minute. Thanks for that hint the other day. It's beautiful on the 3 minute. The Bollinger Band on the 3 minute is like it's like predicting the future sometimes. Holy moly, I didn't even see that there. Ah yeah, there we go. Now, what is the question? One of the primary questions is there is the thought to split up and have lessons separate from streams. The reason why is because a lot of people are just following along for the lessons, and if they miss one stream, they got to sit there and watch through me mumbling and fumbling and dumbling for an hour or even sometimes longer in order to actually be able to get the content. So the thought crossed the mind of essentially, do we separate the lesson element from the stream, and the stream can be just a recap of the market and people kind of talking about how what they have done, i.e. you guys sharing and asking questions and talking about what you have done. That is question number 1. So what I want you guys to do right now, okay, is that you could, so for example, I just put there question number 1. You could put number 1, yes, you agree, or number 1, no, you disagree. Okay. That is question number 1. Number 2, the time of the stream. Okay, the time of the stream is a very difficult one right now, because initially when we did it, a lot of it was done because we were trying to, the majority of the team were in the US, the majority of people were in the US, and we had to try, and I had to kind of modify my timings to cater for that and to kind of include everyone. However, now it's, you know, we have Grizz, who is in the PST time zone. Kefa saying type question, allow voting. Yeah, I would type the question apart from yeah, maybe I'll type it in afterwards, or tomorrow I'll formulate them into a better way or something. But I wanted to actually just kind of ask the people who are on stream, and then, you know, the regulars in a sense. But I may put it to a server vote as well afterwards. Or if you want to type it, you can type it as well, Kefa. That would save me a lot of typing. But no, don't worry about it. I can do it. Question number 2 comes the time zone, because Grizz is in PST. Crypto Romeo as well is around that time. So anyway, for them, it's kind of cutting into their day. It's not exactly, you know, in the evening like for the guys in EST time zone. Yeah, don't worry about it, Kefer. Don't worry about it, man. I was just kidding. So the question becomes, the stream time zone right now, moving forward for me, doing it every single day at that late time creates a barrier of me actually kind of doing other things around that time, whether it's sleeping or whether it's being out or whether it's working or whether it's whatever it is. So there is potential that the stream may move forward a little bit, and then based on that, I want to know, would you guys feel less comfortable if the stream was a few hours earlier, or if occasionally, you know, each day it was at not quite a random time, but we schedule it one day in advance, you know, and then sometimes you can watch it, sometimes you can't, because there's a lot of people from Europe who are unable to watch all of the streams, and I think that it might be nice to give them as well an opportunity to experience it live, and particularly on the weekends. I think everybody can kind of spare a bit of time at random periods. So the first question, I've already forgotten what it was. The second question is about the time of the stream. If we're just analyzing the market, we're looking at what the markets did, and we're talking about the trades that we have done. The third question is, how do you guys feel about the server, and what do you feel is missing from the Discord server? Because I feel like it's a little bit empty. I don't know why I feel like it's a little bit empty, but I just want to make sure you guys have everything that you need there, or if anyone has any ideas and suggestions, then you can come through and you can suggest them. So so essentially that's my thoughts, that's my plans, that's my ideas, that's my that's what I wanted to discuss with you guys and check up. And right now I'm just quickly going through and checking Bitcoin. Oh, it's looking very tasty, but not so tasty. 240. Eek. Okay. Yeah, so essentially, guys, that's those are the questions, those are the comments, and I want to improve things. So if anybody has any ideas, feel free to suggest them. But the challenge is going to continue. I just got to work out in what capacity we're going to do things and how we're going to move forward efficiently with things so that then we don't waste time. We don't have stupid, boring streams. You know, we don't have bullshit. I don't want to be one of these bullshit. Oh, that's EOS. I was wondering why Bitcoin looked so odd. We don't have any of these bullshit, just kind of a stream for the sake of a stream, because I feel like I've been doing that a lot recently and it's not that great. Kefa saying feedback channel. Good idea, Kefa. Yes, let me the community can go under there. Feedback. There you go. There's a feedback channel now on the community. You guys can go and post your feedback in there, or you can discuss those ideas. You can discuss those ideas in there. Thank you. All right, calm down. I don't talk much on Discord, but I've enjoyed reading everything and giving the challenges on server has been really nice. Okay, so that's Karon's. Thank you. No, that's whoa, fiercest note. Thank you, fiercest note. Question, maybe a quick start. Whoop. I keep on doing. Okay, I just got to move this up, guys. It's kind of that's the size that I have. Okay. You could do a geographical poll, adjust the time accordingly. Yeah, we did that. You know, so yeah, there were more Europeans, so we may end up moving things a little bit or shuffling them about or doing whatever it is. Time is good. The lessons separate would be nice for rewatching them. Okay, that's a good thing. Maybe a quick study when the markets move the most would be a good time. Yep, I've been trying to do that with the mini streams. You know, I've been trying to do like the mini streams whenever there's a major movement if I'm around. Depends on the type of content you put in. Even TRX and ICX are doing well. Oh god, TRX finally moving. Okay, man, I got this to say. I didn't understand the first question. I'm Central US, so this was the best time for me, but I'm totally neutral. And 3, nothing's missing but like-minded people. Okay, great. The stream time, 1 AM GMT is perfect for me. Up she goes. Ooh. Yep, she is going up hard. Huh? It's not moving down 1% in 2 bars. Wow, that is beautiful. All right. Yeah, that there is very interesting. That there, to me, ladies and gentlemen, is very interesting. Oh la la. This here is this here almost 2% one candle, it moved up. Yeah, this is very interesting right now. And now that I deleted all the lines that I had drawn on here, I have no idea where it's going. Let me, ooh, wait, did I close the chat? No, I didn't. There we go. Let me just bring that back. And I can put it back down here and shrink it back down to its smaller size. Totally organic, no GMOs. Whale moves. Look at the chart techie. Some guy just buying 500 Bitcoin, doesn't take much to do that. That is really interesting. That there, ladies and gentlemen, is really, really freaking interesting. Ah, well. That is... I don't know what to make of it right now. Frankly, I'm a little bit tired, but we're just gonna have to watch and wait and see what what's going on. Why are the chart looking like big dildos lately? Just major movements in the market. It's I would have to go through and calculate all of this. And yeah, let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. This does support a couple of Elliott wave theory movements that people have been having. So I'm just going to watch it. In fact, actually, guys, once the stream ends, I'm going to sleep. I'm actually quite really exhausted and really tired. So yeah, okay. It's coming up to the end of the stream anyway, guys. I put the questions out to you. Tomorrow when I wake up, I'll write them out properly, formally in the Discord server, and then you guys can all post your comments and your feedback and your votes on it, and then we can decide on what to do and how to move things forward with this server and stuff. And yeah, and that's it. So bit of a strange stream today. I feel like the streams have been getting a bit stranger and stranger. So thank you for watching, and keep an eye on this. Go and check out the TA. Go check out the TA from Magic Poop Cannon, Yar Pirates as well. I don't know whether he's posted anything recently. I think I've mentioned him before a few times, but he doesn't show up on my Twitter for some strange, odd reason. Yeah, you can check out Philocone as well and see what Philocone has said. And of course, you can always send until 1 mil a message, but don't just send until 1 mil a message like, oh, is this a pump? Is this a bounce? Is this why he's bearish overall? So just keep that in mind, and if you check out his video, if you did check out his stream, then that will be very interesting. But yeah, I don't know what Bitcoin is doing right now, and frankly, because I don't know, I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to let it do whatever it wants to do, and then I'm going to choose a point and I'm going to come in. In before taking special correction thingy once more. Wait, what? Who? When we've been bare for weeks, sometimes you forget how quickly it can go up. Yeah. Yeah, this here is a big jump. This is actually quite a big jump. That is a big jump. I'm smelling manipulation on this one. I don't know why. There's something about it, but I would have to check it out tomorrow when I can calculate the volume and calculate all the stupid stuff. When we've been there for weeks. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is nothing at all. Yep. In before techies special correction thingy once more. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Null. Philocone, on the other hand, he's been pretty shady again on Twitter. Kind of glad he didn't respond to be on the stream. Meh. Shit works out in the end. This will just return soon enough, most likely. Daily has 2 minutes till close. I didn't think of that, didn't I? It's a very, very good point, Boulder Mum. Well, what's interesting about this is that for a large portion of the day we were down here, and we were going to create a new pattern, a new kind of down, and a lot of people were preparing to trade based on that. And I actually didn't realize that, but 8694. Let me go back and check my chart on the 15-minute. When were we at 86? Yeah. 45 minutes ago, we were still down here. We were creating a doji, and a doji would have been an interesting one to end the day on. And it's insane that literally in the last few minutes, just before the new candle opens, literally, yeah. Let me go and check that even. 3 minutes. So exactly 9 minutes before the day ends, that we had this massive pump, which in turn modifies how this all looks here. Rule Bitcoin. Bitcoin is gonna rule. manipulation. This is interesting. I'm gonna have to try and work out what pattern this is creating. I'm gonna have to work out what pattern this is creating here, because this is not by accident, guys. 9 minutes before the daily candle is about to close, and we go from being a perfect doji into being a hammer candle, or a hanging man. But I'm not going to call it a hanging man, because technically we didn't quite, we were already descending before this candle, and generally a hanging man would come at the peak of the thing. However, it was a hammer, okay, as in it's a hammer candle. It just doesn't fit yet into the actual pattern of movement, unless you count these 2 reds and then a hammer. We didn't actually go down that much, 2 reds and then a hammer. So I will have to look into this. I'll look into this a bit closer tomorrow and find out what pattern they're trying to draw, and where it's trying to fit into things. It's really yes, thank you. You can stop beeping now. That is a really interesting one to me, guys. I have to be honest to you. Why would we end up with a hammer when we're already ascending? Why would we end up with a hammer? Note GMT, spring forward 1 hour this weekend. Is it 1 hour? No, it's next weekend. Not this weekend, I don't believe. Or maybe it is. I don't know. My clocks adjust automatically, and I do this thing. Yeah. I'll have to ask around, guys, and see what pattern this could potentially be. Because we had a hammer. We had a hammer, but we didn't have a hammer in its typical place, in its typical position. Usually you'll have a bullish hammer after a descent. You'll have a bullish hammer. That's got too much of a wick on top, but if that wick on the top was reduced, you could call that a bullish hammer. But this one here is odd. This one here is odd on the daily. Why did they want to close that green? We do have the candlestick pattern things. Yeah, it's not even classifying this candle here. All right, that's the mission for tomorrow. That's yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to find out. Death cross. Well, if generally we can have, I'm just going to try, we might as well put in death cross hammer and see if there's anything, any link between there being a death cross and a hammer. See, because we could be hammer, we could be hanging man, we could be. Is that Bitcoin? That looks so much like Bitcoin, isn't it? Let's have a look and see who that is. Ah, so tiny. Oh, it was Bitcoin. Yep. So you guys, after a while, you start to recognize the actual hourly, daily, whatever movement charts. Yeah, I'm gonna have to read up and see if there's any relevance between there being a death cross as well as there being a hammer candle. Yeah, we're gonna have to work it out. What would it mean if the candle? What would it mean if the candle closed as a doji instead of a hammer? You would have one doji. You would have, you know, a little bit of downward action in the market. Another doji. It could mean a few things. Generally, it means that we had a good push up. The big battle happened. The bears are winning. Another big battle, i.e. the bears haven't lost, and so you could then still expect a bit more of a descent. But the fact that this was pushed up in the space of 3 minutes, let's go down right now to the 3-minute chart. That there's a 3-minute chart. You can see how much that was pushed up in the 3-minute chart. Let's go down to the 2-minute chart. No, 2-minute chart. Again, that push was in 2 minutes. Let's go down to the 1-minute chart, and again, it was pushed up, guys. This was timed. This was calculated. This was pushed up 5 minutes before the end of the day, or 6 minutes before the end of the day. This was pushed up that high. This to me stinks of manipulation. This is not organic. Look at the 1-minute chart, guys. Okay, you can look back in history on the 1-minute chart. You can tell the parts where something has been pumped up, you know, out of the ordinary. If I just lock the actual scale, might be a bit easier to see. Okay, so I've locked the scale now. You can see the size of this screen in the space of 1 minute. We're gonna have to squish up a little bit more. I think that may be the biggest 1-minute candle we have had. We had here over the space of 2 minutes, so that could have potentially counted. But look at the size of that. That was pushed up on purpose. Got to work out what the significance is. Got to work out what is happening. All right. Shut the hell up now. I paused it earlier as well because I was in meetings and it just kept on beeping on my phone. So I pause them sometimes. Yeah. I gotta check up on that. I gotta ask around. I gotta go and take some crazy drugs and enter a cave and go and meet with Nakamoto again and ask him what the hell's going on with Bitcoin. All right, guys. That's it from me for tonight. Be very careful. That shit stinks and it sticks. So just be very careful with it. Safe death cross. What would it mean if get some sleep? Kind of looks like it's forming a pennant as well. I'm betting on 9k shortly. Not expected at all. Peace, techie. Good night. Take care, everyone. Ciao. Good night. Ciao. 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 Ciao.